Okay, this is Alex from ERGdb. Um, Under Create Workout, we now have a new and modified workout editor. This all looks the same and is the same as it was and everything you see. The main thing that's changed here is we have this more options. But I'll go ahead and enter something, a warm up, and we'll say 50%. And 40 minutes at 80% and 10 minutes at 50%. So that's all the same as it was. Now, if I click on more options, I now can actually enter workouts directly in watts if I want. You have to set your FTP first, but once your FTP is set, you can switch to watts. So you now have your watts entry here. You still have ramps, meaning if I do this to 150, you'll see that down here the little ramp went up. I'll just skip the ramps for now. We also have zone entry. And what happens when you enter a zone, it still ultimately converts it um, into FTP percent or percent of FTP for MRC files, for ERG files and everything. And so, or if you're going to, or a Zwift file, or if you're going to send it to Garmin, it's still converting it to percent of FTP, but you can just enter everything in zones if you want. And there's kind of I'll show you another reason that zones are kind of cool. Then we've also got something called sets and reps and indoor and outdoor cadence. So sets and reps, I'll click on that. So now what you do is you enter the number of kind of repetition that you want, as well as the minutes and the zone. So this is perfect for, well, let's just switch to FTP percentage and whatever. Let's just go ahead and click on outdoor and cadence. We'll just put that on there also. So now what we do is we see what we're calling outdoor workout format. And so this is something that makes it easier to ride in. And so we can type a WU here. You can click information and see what the keywords are. And now it's said that there's a 10-minute warm-up. And now let's just say there's 40 at 80 instead of 40 at 80. Let's just say that there's 5 reps and there is let's just say 5 each at 80, and then there's a rest for 1 minute rest at 50%, and we'll call this a climb. So there you've got a climb, and then we've got a cool down, and we could call this a CD, and this is a cool down. Let me make my screen a little bit wider there. There we go. Anyway, this row wraps. I've actually got my screen zoomed way in, so at like 120%. So if I go down to the standard sizes is more like this, and so then you don't see that wrapping, and that's how it should be, let's just say. So then you got to warm up for 10 minutes, then you got to climb. If it's a climb or let's just say, or you can enter a plus, then it's considered your primary work, the primary work that you want to do, and so it's bolded. If you, let's just say, if we, instead of doing this, we called this a minus, this now, and turn that into, say, 70%, or just leave it blank, and then we'll just do a 1, a 10, a 50, and a cool down. So now we've got our primary work, we've got 10 minutes of kind of secondary work, let's call that 20 minutes or something of secondary work, and a 10-minute cool down. So the secondary work is usually somewhat optional. I mean, it makes the ride better, but it's variable in length. We could call it, free also. So we're going to support things like if you call it a free ride, like in Zwift, it'll let you ride at whatever power you want. It won't be ERG mode anymore, and I believe Garmin supports a free ride also. So anyway, then we're going to provide a way for you. You could basically copy and paste this, and send it to yourself. We're gonna start giving some options for kind of let's say distribution and create training plans. So we're working on training plans, and this could all be part of your training plan. And that's our new editor, and that's how it works. Again, you can switch, I should just say, you can switch back from sets and reps back to the previous editor. When you've got outdoor selected, you now have this type, and you have this, and you have cadence also. So on this one or this one, you have Cadence, so you can say I want, wherever this pluses are, you could say I want this to be, let's just say a higher or 80, let's say just say 100 to 110 cadence, for example, right? Or you could do a real low cadence there. But anyway, so now you've also got an RPM prescription. So this is all new stuff. Now, right now this stuff isn't being distributed anywhere. It's not going to Zwift. It's not going into into MRC files or anything, because most of these Zwift would support it, I believe, but these other formats don't support it yet. But we are working on all of that. So yeah, so you can switch back and forth from sets and reps to what we are calling the standard view, or this was the standard old previous view from ERGdb. Then we can turn that off and turn it back on again, right? So we can see the very simple view. Anyway, and that's it. Thank you very much.